Hello? Are we live? Let me check. Are we live? Are we live? 1 second, let me check. Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Okay, great. Let's get started with this. Testing. Testing. Is this working? Okay. Hello. Okay, but it does. Yeah, I think this is working. Okay, great. So, yeah. Just read the description of what we're doing. We're just gonna be doing some really interesting things, that's for sure. So, are people okay? Wait, what the heck is going on? Hello. So, okay. So, today's stream, what we're basically going to be doing is every 20 minutes or so, we're going to be putting another stimulus. Say like slime cutting videos, you know. So yeah, with that, we're gonna get started with this epic playthrough and hopefully not die. Start. What? What the heck just happened? Live split, I need you. Please live split. Please live split. I need this. My split's kind of homeless. Great, okay. Let us get started with this now. Wait, is it still... Wait, how's the audio coming through to you guys? Okay, great. It is functional. I was just checking real quick. Okay, great. Let's get started with this beautiful stream right here. Alright. Are you there? Are we connected? Excellent. Truly excellent. Yes, yes. Okay, great. We're live. Okay. We may begin. Alright. So. Make your character. Wait, oh wait, I think I know what's going on. Wait, something going on. Okay, is everything That's the last message, right? Okay, we'll just try that for now. Okay, anyway, back to the stream. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making a character. We're gonna be bald. We're just gonna be bald. Walter White Road. We're gonna see how far we can get before we can't even understand what's happening. Great, okay, it's functional. I was just making sure everything's all good. Everyone's in. Great. What's its favorite food? What's its favorite food? What should we do? We should do. Sweet. Okay. Favorite blood type? Okay, let's give it its gift. We'll give it a voice. Okay. I don't think it liked that. I've never actually tried that. I don't think it liked that. I don't think it liked that. Okay. We're back here again. Let's just move on. Okay, we're gonna make it salty. We're gonna make it blood type D. We're gonna make it cyan. Okay, what are we naming our vessel? Interesting coincidence, yes it is. Creator, my name? Also Sans. My name is Sans. Of course, they understand Sans. Thank you. Wonderful creation. Will now be discarded. No one can choose who they are in this world. As you can see, the start of this is very simple. gonna see how far we can get. So we're gonna get here and we're immediately going to eat. Okay, now we're speedrunning. Now we really are speedrunning with power. Let's see how far we can get before... How far into the game we can get before I can't tell what's going on anymore. Okay. We're gonna go through here. Watch my epic gamer moves. Wow, solve that puzzle. I'm an epic gamer, as the kids say. Epic gaming. Is chat working? Wait, 1 second. I'm gonna pause for just a sec. Just see. Is the chat working? Like the on-screen chat? I assume it is. Yeah, it's working. Oh, I don't need to hear myself. Stop. Okay. Chris? Hey, don't scare me like that, dumbass. Unless you want to get clocked in the face. Hey. Anyway, enough screwing around. We gotta find a way out of here. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue what I'm doing. We're just gonna be epic gamers. We're leading the way. Shut up. Get a load of this gal. Wonder what they want. Run! Oh man, run! So bad at this right now. I need to log in. Let me turn up the game audio. Okay, now you guys can actually hear it. When things get insane, now you can actually hear it. Okay, time to meet Relsay. Get a load of this guy. Hello. Okay.
Welcome. I am the prince of this kingdom. Kingdom of darkness.
Nah. Yes. You know it already. Okay, wait. My voice better here. Yeah. Get a load of this guy. Murder. Okay. Going violence. Going peaceful, happy. Okay, I have dog. Yay! Now we have a prince in our party. Very good have many. Okay. Here we go. Power of fluffy boys resides Here we go. Okay, wait. I'm gonna turn up my mic. Hello? Is this better? Okay. Great. Now I can kind of not, like, yeah. Okay. 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 Now, yeah. I'll probably have to turn it up later once things get really bad. But... little guy. Favorite little guy. Oh yeah, let's fight this horrible team. I don't think we're gonna make it. I really don't. I don't think we can beat them. Oh, we almost lost that one. I almost lost that one. Oh, wait.
when a shopping cart smashed my headlight, we worried we'd have to fight to get paid for such a small claim.
And life would revolve around the shopping cart. But that never happened. Geico got it fixed fast.
Soup time.
It feels good to get going again. It feels good to Geico.
Okay. Now we got our first hit. This is the premise of this entire stream. Got this, got this in the corner. Siege on hand of the party. Susie follows at a distance, such that no one can tell Jesus so she did. Beautiful, absolute cinema. Sounded like a door.
Former gopher, former Minnesota Viking, thankful to be alive. Met with my nephrologist.
Wish I would have gotten.
Hey, did you know that kid is vaping this?
Kill. Let's buy our. It's alright. Okay, let's go. Let us go, let us go, let us go.
Well, help I left this. Well, back in town. Oh, okay, I get it.
Let's thrash there after. We're killing so good right now. Hey. Hey, chat. There we go. I remember it now. Okay, boom. We did it. That was a mild minute adventure to get broken PC. So, that was the hardest. I forgot where the other one was. I don't remember where it is. Oh yeah, no. Long was the guy's faces. Ah! Okay. Time to show off my epic game moves. Kill. Kill them. Oh, I just realized you can't even see. Wait. Okay, so. Evil man. Okay. Please pick it. What name we pick it? Squad. I love this Go Squad. I'm not allowed to say tier 2 swear words. On me. Oh no, he's so evil. Oh no! There's a little guy. He got bothered. Okay, time to kill it. Or well, not kill it. Pacify it, please. Because we have to. Sad that we have to pacify it. Maybe it'll die. No, it's a little guy. Okay. We're on area 2. Will we beat chapter 1 before 5 stimulus come on screen? As we have happy about that.
Are you Marsha?
I am. I am.
Thanks for being here. Usually not in England being fairly organized as home opera, unless it's department insurance living here.
That would be the same previous thing, but it's true.
I want boss. I thought that's where boss was. Boom. You know that. I think that, obviously. Who there's something on this one. Like up here. Oh, that's it. Oh. Okay.
I was not in the place that I wanted to be, but I worked for it. Like, I worked to be where I really wanted to be. I really wanted to pursue my high school. Now we've got Minecraft parkour.
We've got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully
Have a
working
cake.
app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder, and you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that we're creating. Smart nutrition apps, inventory tracker.
Big sale. Fire big sale.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe...
Oh, I was not looking. Oh god. No. Got money. Okay, something I didn't mention. What we're gonna do is every death, which I think it's every else, I can say, we're also going to be adding one. So that's fun. We're gonna be adding some Reddit stories now.
It's actually been so long since I've... It's actually been so long since I've just read some regular Reddit stories. I found a bunch that are pretty juicy, so I'm pretty excited to read these. But while I read these stories, I'm going to be working on my Nether portal room, and I'm thinking about building a moss farm as well. I don't know, I've got a lot of ideas. Anyways, let's judge. Am I the asshole for telling my friend that she's ruining her child's life with the name she gave her? I'm a 21-year-old female, and I've been friends with Maureen, 22 female, for 17 years now, and we're really close. She recently gave birth to her daughter, and her husband recently told us the name. They decided to name their daughter Juliet. I'll admit, it's a pretty wild spelling of Juliet, you can see it on the screen. And her middle name is Marie. I thought the spelling was a joke, until she told me that they're serious. I told her that that spelling of a simple but beautiful name is just going to ruin that little girl's life. She got mad and told me to stop ruining her mood and that I'm being mean. I'm completely honest. The spelling is just bad. Nothing else can explain it. Why ruin such a beautiful name by including letters that don't belong there? I texted her yesterday and told her that her daughter will try to change her name, or at least go by her middle name since it's normal. She told me to stop texting her, and that I'm a bad friend, and that I'm being an asshole for making fun of the name. I don't think I am. When I told her that the spelling is just bad, she went crazy. She told me that I'm the worst friend ever, and that I would never be able to see her daughter again. After that, her husband sent me an email telling me to stop being so disrespectful. He thinks the spelling is cute and just makes her unique. Unique, yes, but that's just going to make the little girl suffer, and she'll probably be bullied for these things. I haven't replied, and honestly I don't think I'm the asshole here, but I thought I'd post on here since y'all are the best to judge. So am I the asshole for telling my friend that the name she gave her daughter is bad and will ruin her life? This was actually a really controversial post in the comments. There was a lot of disagreement. People saying that this poster was in the wrong, and then other people defending them. So then the poster came back and added an update that I'll read really quick here. Update. Alright, I get it. I'm an asshole for going after the name more than once. Sorry for that. What now? I just sent her an apology text for doing it. Yet I did write how she should try to look at it from another perspective. I also sent a few screenshots of comments just for her to see what other people think of it. For your information, I'm supposed to be the godmother, which is why I was extra worried about it. My bad. And then there's another update here later on. I'll read that too. Update number 2. I've been asked if there are any updates, and yes, there are. So I've been talking with Maureen a lot over text, and she's slowly starting to notice her mistake. I apologized again, and we're good again. We talked about the name, and she told me that she won't change it, and she really loves it, but she's slowly understanding why it's weird for others, especially me. Her husband, on the other hand, is still pretty mad at me. He thinks that I took it too far, and that my apologies aren't from the heart. I've been asked if I'm still the godmother, and yes I am. They had thought about changing it, but now that we get along again, I'm back in the hole. Back to the husband, he actually blocked me on everywhere, and is telling Maureen to do so as well, because he thinks that I'm manipulative, and that I'm lying just so that we can get close again. It doesn't make sense. Well, either way, it's getting better with the relationship, just not with the name. I guess I'm curious what you guys think about this. When I was reading the comments on this post, I was surprised because I kind of thought this was a no-brainer. that
want to
you
kiss it.
shouldn't remark on someone else's kid's name. People can name their kids whatever they want. It's not your place to correct them. But there was a lot of back and forth in the comments on this post.
Let me kiss it.
That this person wasn't the asshole. I don't know. To me, it seems over the line. Here's what somebody who thought this wasn't wrong said. Not the asshole. What people don't seem to think about is that these little babies grow up and become adults. First, imagine having to put that spelling of Juliet on her resume. Then some poor soul has to figure out how to pronounce it if they want to pursue her for employment. She will spend literally the rest of her life listening to people struggle to pronounce it, and she will either have to get used to explaining it sounds like Juliet or legally change it. This parent is just setting her kid up for a life of teasing, judgment, and frustration on her part. To me, it still just seems rude. And so what if they spell their name a little bit differently? When they grow up, they can just change it if they don't like it.
This is the right
Listen,
spot,
do I
right?
quietly agree that spelling Juliet with all these extra letters just to be unique is like a little bit over the top? Sure, but I'm not gonna say that to her parents just after she's born. I'm not gonna say that to anybody. That's an inside thought. I think these commenters are also forgetting that there's like lots of just different spellings of names for cultural reasons. And so what if you have to tell someone how to pronounce your name? And I've got a friend named Kiva, spelled this way, which is just the most insane spelling. If you don't know how to say the name, you just cannot pronounce it just by looking at it. But I don't know, I think that's cool and it's neat in a cultural way. Irish people have cool names, okay? That's my point. Anyways, I tend to disagree with this poster here. I think what they did was maybe well-intentioned but wrong. I guess let me know if you agree with me or if I'm way off base here. Okay, this post is titled, "My wife and everyone thinks I got laid off, but really I quit so I could make a go at being a Twitch streamer full time. My wife doesn't follow or know anything about Twitch or video games at all. She doesn't have any knowledge of or connection to the industry that I used to work in. She's a paramedic, so she works different shifts and doesn't know that I stream at the times when she is home. Her salary is enough to cover our bills, although things will be a bit tighter until I start making money from my stream. I'm not going to tell anyone until I'm bringing in enough money that I can do it full time. I've never been happier and not stressed as I am right now. It's easy for me to just lock myself in my home office and say that I'm networking or job hunting, when really I'm streaming if my wife or my 3-year-old is home. If she's not working or my daughter is at daycare, it's harder, but I can make it work. I feel a bit guilty for lying, but I've wanted to do this for such a long time. No one that I know in real life knows about this. Obviously, I'm posting this on Twitter. Yeah, I mean, we all know how this is going to end for this guy. Lying to your wife about why you're quitting your job when you have a family that's depending on you is genuinely evil. I think the fact that she's a paramedic and is out there saving lives while this poster is at home talking to chat and neglecting his 3-year-old makes this guy so much worse. What's the clip of that guy asking chat if he should talk to his wife?
Chat, should I talk to my wife?
This or I leave? Which one?
What do you think, chat?
I don't want to sound like I'm anti-chasing your content creation dreams. It's difficult, but it's an achievable dream. But you do need to go about it responsibly. Before this, I had a full-time job that I was doing, and on the side I was making these videos. This guy has it backwards. You don't quit your job first and then start making zero money making videos or streaming on Twitch. And also, I got immensely lucky. I'm incredibly thankful to be in the position that I'm in. But, I mean, that said, if I can do it, literally anybody can do it.
Yes, they're going the right
It just
way.
needs to be a passion that you really enjoy doing. This guy just likes the idea of making money from content, which is never going to make him successful. If this is something that you want to do, you can do it. Be smart about it. Don't be a dumb this guy. Get good grades, keep your job, do content on the side. Okay, I'll stop yapping about this stuff. I can talk about it for ages. There's an update to this story. Let me go ahead and read that. This update is actually only from a couple days ago. The initial post was 3 years ago, so this guy came back after 3 years and gave us an update. So here it is. I know I get it. I understand that I'm the one who ruined my life and my marriage. My divorce was finalized a year ago. My wife found out 6 months after I posted. I understand that I was wrong and that I screwed up. I regret my stupidity so much. She left our flat with our daughter and went to live with her sister and hired a solicitor. That was it. Don't be stupid like that. We've been divorced for a year and I just found out that she started dating me. I'm judged. I miss her and I miss my daughter because she only lives with me half the time. Whenever I see my wife's sister or other members of her family, they give me the stink. I can't believe I was such a lazy piece of garbage while she was out there busting her ass as a paramedic. understand why everyone hates me and sided with her. I know I'll get judged either way, but I'm posting in case anyone understands what I'm going through and being gutted when the text starts dating. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say about this. It's deserved. And, I mean, really, I just feel bad for the wife and daughter. It's terrible to this guy, L husband. Let's, it's some F's in the chat for this poster. I'm sick of my boyfriend's childish hobbies. The poster in this identifies themselves as a 28-year-old female and their boyfriend. My boyfriend and I have been together for 4 years, but I'm becoming tired of his childish hobbies. 2 days ago, he spent over $100 on these Nintendo toys and games. But this isn't even the worst part. He has a toy room, and it's lined with very expensive action figures from video games, Legos, and cartoons, some that I consider quite loose for someone in a relationship. Altogether, I'm pretty sure that he spent thousands of dollars on that room, not including his video game collection. Over the past month, he probably bought 8 different games for his PlayStation, and I think that was it. I recently invited some out-of-town friends over for dinner, and one of them accidentally walked into his room, and she also agreed that this was pretty embarrassing for someone that's an adult. He makes decent money, a lot more than me, but I think it's time for him to give up and sell all these things so he can finally move on and become an adult. It'd be shameful to have my parents see this too, especially when we meet in the How should I approach this? I think she should approach this by actually respecting her boyfriend. This really grinds my gears. Can a man have some hobbies? This just feels like bait, but whatever, I'm taking it. It's important to take interest in your partner's interests. Or if you're not going to take interest in it, you at least have to respect them, and respect that they might have their own hobbies, and that you don't necessarily need to understand it or get it. Listen, if I want to do a release of the Quagsire Pokemon card throughout the years since 1996, I'm gonna do that. I'm not saying I have done it. It's my favorite Pokemon. I might. I think I'm probably gonna do it. The great thing about being an adult and working a full-time job is that you finally have disposable income and you can spend it on all the stupid things that you wanted as a kid. This is what being an adult is all about. Anyways, that post was probably just looking to enrage some people, and you know what? It worked. Okay, you got me. No, I messed it up. Oh no. This is supposed to go to the nether roof. No, it's gonna take so long to fix. Oh my god, I actually don't even remember how I got my portal up on the nether roof in the first place. I'm gonna have to go watch another tutorial. You know what? Oh, whatever. I'm not even gonna worry about this right now. This is a problem. This is a problem for future me. Am I the asshole for telling a girl to stop wasting food? Usually I always sit with the same group of people in my university's dining area. There's this girl who I've talked to a few times, but I'm not really friends with. She's kind of quiet, but when she finally talks, she seems normal. I've sat across from her a few times and noticed how she was eating because it was always weird to me. She eats maybe half of her food. Keep in mind, you can control the amount of food that you get. It's cooked by the cafeteria staff buffet style. She could easily just take less. But anyway, she eats half of her food and kind of just plays with it with her fork when she's done, aka eating half of it, sometimes even less. I didn't say anything for a while, but a few weeks ago, I asked her why she always only ate half of her food. She seemed a bit embarrassed, but answered that she always thought that she was more hungry, and then laughed a lot. I then asked her why she made this mistake every time we ate, and that she must have learned by it. She didn't really answer, and left pretty quickly. She doesn't really show up that much anymore, but when she does, she still eats the thing, and I couldn't hold it in anymore. So I asked her once again, and then also asked if her parents never told her not to play with her food. It was a genuine question. Some people are raised in households where manners aren't important, but obviously they are for most people. She got really mad at me and told me to stop commenting on her eating habits and that it was none of my business. I told her that it absolutely was, since she was sitting at our table and obviously wasting food. Oh my god. She told me to go fuck myself and threw out. She told me to go fuck myself and then left and threw out the rest of her food. After she left, one of my friends told me to leave her alone, as she seemed like she was having a hard time and maybe she had some sort of issue with food. Yeah, obviously she has an issue with food. She keeps wasting it. Oh my god, this poster sucks. She hasn't shown up. I'm assuming she buys her own food now, which might teach her not to waste food, so that's good. The same friend who told me to leave her alone.
Wait, I'm checking something.
But I think she should apologize to me. She's unnecessarily rude when being asked the most basic and obvious questions, and also told me to go fuck myself. That's way more harsh than anything I've ever told her. Keep in mind that I care a lot about food waste and the environment. Am I the asshole for telling a girl to stop wasting food? This poster got absolutely raked over the coals in the comments. Here's just like a couple of the top comments. You're the asshole, don't comment on people's eating habits. You don't know if it's an underlying eating disorder or whatever reason. She doesn't need to justify this to you. Or here's another one. I immediately thought eating disorder behavior when I was reading this. She takes what looks like a normal amount of food because people will comment on small portions too. Most people don't pay attention to whether or not their table mates clear their plates, so it could seem like a safer option. And honestly, even if it's not about her not knowing her appetite or whatever, you're the asshole for getting involved, OP. One comment out of concern is enough. She's an adult and doesn't have to listen to you. Hounding her about it until she stops showing up at the cafeteria was too much. So then, after being absolutely lambasted in the comments, the poster then came back and added an edit to the post. Here's what they wrote. Edit. Okay, I'm the asshole. Sorry I'm not studying to be an eating disorder specialist. I looked stuff up about it and I'm realizing that I was too harsh. I'll apologize next time I see her and try not to be so condescending. But you all should follow your own advice. If people genuinely don't know something, you should tell them nicely instead. And I realized I should have tried to educate her nicely about food waste and not have commented at all on how she was eating. That's wild. Based on the way that edit was written, I don't think this poster learned anything at all from this. I don't think they went and apologized to that girl, and I also don't think that they feel bad about it. Even after being told that they were in the wrong, they were still blaming the commenters for being mean about it. Not to state the obvious point here, but this poster should have just left this girl alone. You shouldn't be commenting on other people's eating habits, especially at the table in front of their friends. That's just incredibly
My work is
embarrassing.
easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track
And
of all
ironically,
my
it's
tasks.
also incredibly rude,
I start by-
which is like what this poster thought that she was trying to get back at this person for being rude. And there's just no need to make comments like that. You don't need to go around correcting people's behavior. That's not your job. This poster should have just minded their own business. They are definitely the asshole here. I think my boyfriend is lying about being in medical school. I'm a 26-year-old female, and I've been dating Sam, 31, male, for about 4 months now. We had met online, and he told me that he was going to be a doctor. The first 2 months were fine, but the last 2 months, I've started to feel like he hasn't been honest about several aspects of his life, the biggest being about him actually being in medical school. He used to live overseas and was in medical school there for a short time. I'm pretty sure this is true because I've seen pictures. That was about 5 years ago. The school that he says he goes to is fairly prestigious, and I have another friend who graduated with a medical degree from the same school. My friend told me how difficult the program was and how he never had time to do anything besides study. My friend also said that nobody in his program ever worked. Sam, my boyfriend, works 40 hours a week in an office, and I've never once seen him study. He always seems to have a completely open schedule and hang out all the time, which I thought was odd. I asked him why he's never studying, and he said that he doesn't need to. I was always a good test taker, never studied a lot in college, but I feel like medical school is a whole different ballgame. I've spent a lot of time in Sam's house, and I've never seen a single document suggesting that he was in school, with textbooks, assignments, nothing. He also let me use both of his computers, and I've never seen anything on his history suggesting anything to do with school. I don't know about you guys, but when I was in school, I had papers all over my house, and my computer always had school stuff. A few weeks ago, we were at dinner, and I can't remember how this was brought up, but he mentioned that the human ear has 30-something bones in it. I know from high school biology class that the ear actually only has 3 bones in it, so I said he was wrong. He said something to the effect of, I'm a medical student, how are you going to tell me that I'm wrong? So I googled it right in front of him, and showed him that I was correct, and he seemed mad. I then asked him how many bones were in the human body, and he was wrong again. I feel like this is pretty basic stuff that a medical student should know, right? Even I know that. This week I've been feeling suspicious, so I decided to continue prodding him. I asked him if I could come sit in on one of his classes, and he said his school doesn't do that. Fine, no problem. I asked if we could meet up on campus for lunch, and he said that I couldn't come because we need a student ID to get on campus. Okay, fine. I asked his student ID, and he said that he lost something. I then asked him if he could send me a selfie in his hospital uniform, so that he doesn't like the way he looks in a white drive. Meanwhile, he sends me other selfies all the time. I feel like at this point I was lying, but some of my friends said that if he is lying, how should I do it? I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't like to assume that people are lying. But I mean, anybody that I've ever known that's gone to medical school definitely hasn't been every week. In a full 40-hour work week and also go to medical school. If this guy was working 40 hours a week in an office job, The update reads, so the response was so okay, and I'm glad that I got confirmation on my suspicion because I felt like I was losing brain. I broke up with him over FaceTime and didn't tell him anything. Just gave him a explanation about not being ready to date. There are other things, in addition to my post, that I'm pretty sure he's also lying about. I didn't bring up any of his lies because, honestly, I feel slightly scared of the person who lied about things. He didn't take it very well and sent me a barrage of texts trying to and was also borderline harassing me repeatedly. Overall, just really gaslighty and manipulative. I eventually just stopped responding, and I haven't heard anything in a few days. Hopefully, I never have to see or speak to him again. Thanks for all your responses. Going forward, I'll be a lot more cautious about who I believe. I am like a little bit bummed out that we didn't get any closure on whether or not he actually lied. There's this comment underneath the post that I think sums it up pretty well. It reads, I'm an actual medical student, and that guy is 100% lying about being in medical school. You have next to no free time outside of class and stuff. There's no way that this dude is working 40 hours a week in an office and is just a good test taker to get through school. It's just not possible. The level of detail and volume of work is so massive.
Yeah, bro, it's not.
Sounds like this guy was in school, flunked out, and hasn't accepted it yet. I don't mean to sound naive here, but like it is absolutely insane what people will lie about. And I think dating apps can make that easier. I think sometimes people embellish what they actually do on dating apps, and then when you meet them, you find out that they're actually just lying. I don't know, in this story we didn't actually find out for like 100% certain that this guy was lying, but I mean, I think when you get this kind of gut feeling that someone's lying to you, I think it's good to follow that instinct. I find that my gut is usually right in those situations. Am I the asshole for connecting to the earpod after my niece swallowed it to see if it would play in her stomach? When my 3-year-old niece swallowed my sister's left earpod, everyone started worrying right away. I was trying to lighten the situation, so I connected the AirPod to my phone and started playing music. Then I put my ear to her stomach to see if I could hear it. Surprisingly, I actually did hear a little bit of sound coming from the side of it, which made the moment a little bit funny. But the people around us really didn't find it amusing. They all looked at me like I wasn't taking things seriously at all. I was just trying to calm the mood, but instead I ended up being the only one laughing while everyone else was still stressing about the AirPod inside. This one was cracking me up when I first read it. I think because I would be trying to do the same thing as this guy. I think sometimes it's okay to like, joke around a little bit in a tense situation. Obviously that's like a scary situation, but yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know, may as well see if you can play music in her stomach. But yeah, I thought that was funny, so I thought I'd do it super quickly. We can move on.
Okay, it's really funny. That's what...
This is a thing that I used to do in all my tutorials. If you put white glazed terracotta behind your portal, it looks way trippy. You can kind of see the pattern of the terracotta behind the portal. Kind of makes it like these squiggly lines. I don't know if you see this. Okay, maybe it isn't coming through. Just trust me, it looks a little more believe it. Okay, I just logged in off camera and got a bunch of work on this area done. I actually think it's kind of coming along. We got kind of an ancient Lost City vibe going on in here. But this is probably as much as I want to do in this area right now. I was planning to make a moss farm today. I gathered all the materials for it. I've been putting it off for a long time and I just desperately need a moss farm. I was looking around for a place to put it and I think building it up here is... This next story has a couple characters in it which I typically try to avoid just because it's kind of hard to keep track of everybody in audio. But whatever, the drama was too goodness not to read it. My friend has a secret that could blow up our entire friend group. Okay, so I'm a 27-year-old female, and I have to give a bit of background on our friend group to illustrate the gravity of this situation. I'm in a friend group of about 8 people, which was essentially founded by these two guys, Mark, 28 male, and Jay, 29 male. Mark is single, but Jay has a fiance.
Did I ever
He's 36 and female. Jay and Allie are getting married next summer. The rest of the group really isn't relevant to us. Mark and Jay have been best friends for years. I think they're coming up on like 22 years. They were neighbors, went to the same schools, and got into the same college so they wouldn't have to be separated. They are actually platonic soulmates, to the point of finishing each other's sentences a lot of the time. They're the glue that holds this entire friend group together. When Jay and Allie first got together, Mark was a little bit weird about it. Mostly but he's come around with it. They still don't get along perfectly, but he said that he's happy for her, and is going to be the best man in her life. Last week, Mark got a promotion, and Jay was out of town scouting venues, so Mark invited me to go get trash cans. Near the end of the night, he was hammered and grabbed my arm and told me he had a secret, and that I couldn't tell any of our friends because nobody knows. He told me that he was in love with Jay and had been for years. He went into great detail about how attractive he found, how good he had been to him all his life, and then he got this really freaked out look on his face and said that he didn't think he could sit there and smile while the love of his life married someone.
Oh, did we get a
Quote,
subscriber?
Much less write a testament speech talking about how great the relationship was. He started getting teary-eyed and said the closer the wedding got, the worse he was feeling, and how he really needed someone to be there for him, which I agreed. I'm really bad at keeping secrets. People don't tell me a lot of secrets because I tend to blab. I don't mean to, I just let stuff slip all the time. It's something I've gotten a lot better at, but still, I cannot tell this one. So then you went and posted on Reddit about it? I didn't even know Mark was queer. I'm a bisexual woman myself, so I know how good some people can be at hiding it. And Allie is fine. Honestly, like, she's nice and all, but I wouldn't call her and Jay a perfect match for me. She doesn't tend to hang out with the group unless Jay is there, and I call her more of an acquaintance. I feel like all I can do is wait for some sort of blast move, like I need to get into a bondage. I told Mark I'd be there for him, but he was so drunk I don't think he remembers telling me. I have no idea what to do here, if anything. That's crazy. This guy was like, hey, I'm gonna tell you my deepest secret. And this poster was like, bet, I'm gonna tell the whole I really don't think that this poster should do anything at all with this information. It is not her responsibility to get involved whatsoever. If this guy comes to her and wants to be comforted and consoled, that's great. She should be there for her friend. But don't go telling anybody anything and potentially making this engagement any more complicated than it needs to be. There's actually an update to this post though, and it's from just a little bit ago. It's from November 23rd of this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that update. The friend group ending secret is so much worse than I thought it was. I've been texting with Mark, and he's been drinking more and making less sense. I had to come over to his place a few nights ago and keep him company. He was completely wasted and sobbing like a baby. He's found a therapist and scheduled an treatment, but it's still a ways out. I took the alcohol out of his apartment as per his request and stayed with him while he went to sleep. But while he was drunk, he dropped into a bombshell. Apparently a little over a year ago, Jay and Mark hooked up a lot. Once again, usually they don't have alcohol problems. A week later, Jay met Allie, and a month after that, they got together. Mark told me that he was already head over heels for Jay at that point, but that really took a toll on him. They remained friends and never talked about it again, but it's been eating away at Mark ever since. I feel awful for the poor guy. I did notice about a year ago that the dynamic got really weird for a few months, but I figured it was just due to Allie being thrown in the mix. This was just so messy. Also, no, I wasn't going to tell anyone what's making me. None of my friends have Reddit, so I'll take the risk and they won't see this. I'll update if anything else big happens. Bye. This is a completely insane situation, and it really sucks. I feel bad for this guy, Mark. If he was ever going to share his feelings or have a conversation about this, it probably had to happen a long time ago. This is an ongoing situation though, so hopefully more updates will come in the future from this post. And I'll definitely read another one if it comes up. I dumped my girlfriend because she made me Instagram story. I'm a 26-year-old man who broke up with my girlfriend 9 months yesterday because I'm apparently supposed to treat her Instagram. She posted a black screen to her story with the caption, "Some people really disappoint me." No context, no explanation. So I ignored it because I'm not a mind reader. And I'm not going to play high school games. I assumed it was one of her friends just being passive-aggressive about her. Well, apparently that was the test. She told me I failed because I didn't message her asking me what was wrong. She said it showed that I don't care enough to check it. I told her I don't check Instagram for 5 minutes, and if she has a problem with me, she should act like an adult and talk to me instead of fishing for She said I was being cold and emotionally manipulated. I said that she was being manipulated and immature. She cried. I packed my stuff. She's still messaging me, telling me that I'm part of this one small thing. But it's not one small thing. It's a million little red flags. The test is being social media knowledge. I'm not going to date a female that has to solve for it. I want peace. Our story is written with an invisible hand, and I'm expected to fulfill while she sits there with her arms crossed, waiting to see if I will remember. I thought this one was kind of similar to a subscriber story from the last video. This one's different though, because I do know this guy acting like a pest staying in your apartment like this is for sure manipulative and pointless. Like, just be communicative and open. That just seems really stressful to be with someone who's just like setting traps for you to walk into. That being said, if my girlfriend posted just a story with a black screen and said, I think I might check it. I might just like give it a quick look and be like, hey, I saw this story, really good. But no, overall, I agree with this poster. Obviously, you should not be with someone who's just constantly trying to test it. I don't know. It just seems like sometimes people do anything but have an honest conversation. And I mean, I say that as someone who also needs to be better at having honest conversations. I hate confrontation, and I can certainly do a lot better at communicating. But just like posting it on social media and seeing actors and kids in their friends, just talk to them. It doesn't need to be so complicated. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But I'm starting to get riled up with it. Let's move on. I poured skunk tincture all along my neighbor's roof so quiet. Skunk tincture just means like skunk smell. Okay, here's the story. They were so loud all the time. I tried talking to them, telling them that my boyfriend was staying at the coffee shop, the bakery, and our hours are really early. I drive through the joints there. Our neighbors would constantly opening the windows and playing their music so loud. Even the conversations with their windows open, even with my clothes, they would know when their mom was visiting, when their boyfriends were texting them, and they got their nails done. I did everything to cover it up. Music in my house, it's like they knew when I was actually trying and stuff that they were loud. Eventually we tried talking to our landlords, made noise complaints, anything and everything. They just learned how to be sneaky. Eventually it got spiteful, putting the music in the screaming and banging. Our houses were connected, but there was maybe 10 feet between our houses, besides the beach. I was getting really stressed out. I was in sleep. I couldn't even relax in my own house. I was getting sent home from work because I was so tired. It got really bad, and I had no idea what to do. Nothing we had done to work. When I'd explained the situation, people would tell me one of them stuff like this. I could feel it in my phone. So I ordered someone Amazon, and one morning, as I left for work, I smelled it all along the side of their house.
Okay.
It smelled so bad, and I was worried that I was going to get some on me, and I'd smell bad at work. Fast forward a couple hours, and I get a notification on our camera. It faced between the two houses. It's always funny. One of the girls was walking back and forth. I watched it for a while, and more came out. One opened the window and even pulled the screen off while it was going out. Eventually, I noticed action. I kind of started to panic at that point. I felt bad, like maybe I caused it all. I don't think they ever figured it out. For the next 2 months, the window stayed shut, and I barely heard anything. It was so peaceful, and I couldn't believe it. This story is making me realize that I might be an asshole. This doesn't seem like that.
No, I'm gonna roll night.
You definitely shouldn't do this. Like, nobody should retaliate in this way against their neighbors. But, like, of all the destructive things that this poster could have done, this, like, in the grand scheme of things, I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. It'll smell bad for a while, but the smell will go away. Actually, when I was in college, somebody stink bombed one of the stairways in one of the dorms that I lived in.
Let's get up.
I could not go in that stairwell for days after they did it. It smelled absolutely righteous. Those stink bombs are no joke. I don't know, if your neighbor comes to you and just politely asks you to keep it down, it's not that hard to just turn down music or be more considerate and close your window. And you may as well do it because you might get screamed at. By the way, I am raw dogging this moss rug completely from memory. I took the design from the eco video that I'll link in the description, and I spent some time creating it yesterday, just making this farm half as efficient, twice as ugly. You know, just my own little spin. I guess if it's a miserable failure, it's not going to be the best, but it'll get the job done. Am I the asshole for refusing to learn my boyfriend's parents?
My work is easy because I use paper. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done into the list. Next, I set a priority and a due date to keep things on track. I create custom statuses to organize my progress exactly how I want. I like to add an action items field so AI can show me the next steps. I have my teammates as watchers, so they're in the loop. ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link below to create your workspace.
I'm a 27-year-old female, and I've been dating my boyfriend.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
We met
Okay, final attack.
to this point, our relationship has been nothing except for this one. My boyfriend hates us, and both his parents are old, but he went to international schools.
That was close. Final attack. Got lost. Oh, this is locked in.
Since we decided on going, I've been super excited to discover the country. I completely understand why he's asking, and I have no problem with the idea. However, for multiple reasons, this is complicated. So I said no. He got me to the access bar, so I explained. First of all, we're not so there's no way that I'm not going to run my also, I completely want to follow so I have a very unique time to spare. Lastly, I've been asked by my company to work in town.
Boom!
So I told him that I could learn
Are we for real?
Listen up, please!
No!
Suggested that he could translate.
No! Oh!
He went on a rant about how Americans never get He even told me that I should just stay here and not come with him. I don't know what to do. Trying to make efforts, but what he's asking is just not doable. I don't know if I'm in the wrong. As an American that knows English, I feel personally called out by this post. I'm not going to say that the stereotype is 100% correct. I don't know what you want, okay? I got B's in Spanish, and English is hard enough for me already. I'm sorry. I'm sticking with the language that's working for me. But to get to the actual point of this post, no, obviously this poster is not in the wrong. Giving someone 2 weeks to learn English is an insane task. Like she said, if it was just simple words or phrases, that would be a nice gesture to learn. But you can't demand that your partner be fluent, especially in that time frame. I think a reasonable ask would be if he said something like, hey, I'd love if you make an effort to learn my language for the next 2 years. I'll even help you. I think that would be doable. But anyways, she should just speak English with his parents because they already speak English. And then she should maybe make an effort to learn Polish in the future. I just AFK and left the farm running for 15 minutes and make it all the lost. This is already so organized. Wow. Did not know this. The way that I set up the water screen is making it so that moss just collects in the middle and doesn't get collected by the minecart that I have down
Doesn't
here.
mean starting from scratch. At Purdue Global, we learn with games through experience.
But despite it being incredibly wonky, I love this thing. I could watch it all day. I'm going to worry about making it look pretty some other time. My attention span for moss farming is running out. So let's move on. Another prank gone wrong story. Lots of pranks. Am I overreacting over this small prank? I'm a 22-year-old female, and I've been with my boyfriend for a little over a year.
She's gonna hold her breath until she gets
Recently, we've been running into some hurdles because I've been feeling like
It is just a toy. Now stop it.
fighting, poking, more things being serious.
Okay, I
For
fix it.
context, what I mean is making weird noises all the time, referencing to my feelings. Touching me randomly, talking about something. When I would prefer for the last 6 days,
With
I've been
Venmo,
hearing some
treating a friend is just the beginning. You can split shared costs with
20 to 40 minutes.
support your favorite local spots, and even earn cash back along the way with the Venmo debit card.
For them, but like I said, there's like absolutely a line between being playful and being mean. Also, side note, but I completely get the phobia of something like racism. Whenever I say I'm always so worried that they're recording myself. I know I'm just being careful, but like I don't even think it's that aggressive. I don't think it's am I the asshole for crafting? So I work mainly in office, and we have a lot of video conferences and online training, which is primarily in the field. I've always needed something to play games, and if I don't, then I can't focus on things that I've also been crocheting and knitting since I was little, and it's something I do a lot of both online and it helps me focus. In university, I used to crochet and knit. I always think that was a problem. The lecture was actually encouraging. He said, as long as it helps me focus, I'll do it. So I decided I was going to take my phone, see if it would help me focus more, and not get distracted. These meetings can be long, focus somehow. Usually I mentally clock out. I had brought it up in the school, and I had trouble noticing. My manager was actually the one who recommended that I want something to do with my hands. The knitting worked, and I was able to focus a lot better and be more involved in reading skills. But recently a colleague came up to me and told me so. He said that it was really effective for everyone to be I tried to explain that it actually helped me stay on track and remember information without help me stay on track. It's not like I'm not participating. Some people have found me they have been doing it for so long. Many ways that I'll also do my top it's got to
That was a lie! That was a lie! Go
We play Fortnite
play craps together, and we order fries and drink your pepper. Then we go to bed. We're in the same bed. I don't mind that much, because I trust that she is my friend. I can feel for her. Why do I feel for her? I feel something for them at every Friday. The next day at school, me and Ziegler go talk. I don't even see them. Then we wait a lot. I wait for them later, but they look sad to be mad. Suddenly my heart goes cold, and very sad and bad. After just a month, Ziegler has moved to them. Their treatment still smells like. What happened? Now I am sad. I live with my husband. I don't really like it. You think I am sad. Now I work at Chick-fil-A. I miss her every day. Sometimes I pretend my husband. This Ziegler might be easy.
still pitch. I know I'm not getting off the free here, so just tell it to me as straight as possible. Dear God, I can't even tell it pretty straight. Bad. This is bad. This is
She said you were exposed to PC gaming in the mid-2000s entitled to financial compensation.
You might have played a little game by the name of Counter-Strike. I take it that you probably would know at least a little about CS Source since you clicked on this video, so I'm going to skip over explaining its history and all that and just drop us right into the back. This map is very important. This single map and exposing the Counter-Strike, Half-Life, Garry's Mod, and T-Force 2 all at the same time, and yet I had never even played on this. He's the creator of the Gmod Idiot Box series of YouTube videos that last from 2008 to 2015. This series was one of the very first things that I had stumbled upon when I had first started watching YouTube. These Gmod videos were the funniest things I had ever seen, and after watching them, all I wanted to do was go and play with all those funny characters by myself on my own. For a while, I figured out how to install Steam, begged my mom to buy me Garry's Mod, which I pitched to her as Minecraft with realistic graphics, and the rest is history. Now that I'm older and debatably wiser, I see these videos through new lens, and I notice things that I just wouldn't have before, like this specific computer in the background of the Gmod Idiot Box. This specific model computer appears in several places throughout the map, and anytime that I'm playing CSS or Gmod nowadays, and I'm on those maps, I look at these computers because of my specific strange age. It really gets me I'll be like to use it. What kind of hardware do you need? What operating system? What kind of... If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I like more obscure, unless they were intended to never be game dollars of production. But having worked in the toys industry, I also have a knack for recognizing what's truly common. As for me, the computer from CS Office looks a lot like an older Dell Dimension tower from around the turn of the century. And putting them side by side here, I think it's pretty clear that that's what it's supposed to be. And that means, for all intents and purposes, there is a physical, tangible version of the computer from CS Office out there in real life somewhere that I can buy. There is one issue. Anyone who spent time messing around in CS Office could tell you that you can shoot the side panels off of these things and get a look inside. Now, you only model most of the components that make up the big scene. You have the video card, the sound card, keyboard drive, the D drive, and your motherboard, which is clearly not from Dell Dimension. So, buy some CS Office computer really a Dell Dimension then? Because after seeing the inside of this thing, it just kind of looks like some unholy cobbled together PC that's just weird and Dell Dimension scattered. So that brings with this. If I want my own CS Office computer, I feel like buying this exact board and making an exact replica of the computer down to every last component in here. Or, like, get a hold of Dell Dimension, use it as is, as a independent computer, the hardware that I should be here. By doing my first motherboard, I found out that it's Asus A3 and it's kind of impressive that Google Lens is able to control the instantly with nothing else to go off of but this pixelated mess. After taking that and throwing it into eBay, I only found one for sale. From the UK, I'm straight up, does not work. So, practicality sake, I guess we have our work. And either way, I don't think you could actually put a full-size standard ATM motherboard into a Dell Dimension case anyway. Usually Dell's case will hold their weird non-standard motherboards. The way that Valve made it fit was kind of cheating. Take a look at the texture sheet on the inside of the PC. They kind of make out an Antec. All they did was take this image from an Antec Sonata case review, cut the Photoshop, and just like that, they have a standard just like everybody there. They have a standard computer chassis and a Dell Dimension. So with Valve having completely faked the inside of this thing, plus the fact that that motherboard is apparently unobtainable, we now know with 100% certainty that a regular Dell Dimension is going to be way over. In typical Counter-Strike fashion, the CS Office computer and a Dell Dimension buy the first one that I find, whatever hardware happens to be inside of the one that I get, I thought of what I get.
stuff on the deck. Monitor to go with them. Real too? They totally are. You have this giving out recording the image, keyboard, internet navigator, light, the mouse, the Microsoft Intel Mouse Explorer, and the monitor is a Dell 1505. But what are the odds of actually finding each of these obscure fundaments to use a cheat? In fact, Dell Dimension and the Intel Dimension were so easy to come across that I was able to find both of them in the first 5 minutes that I was there. The monitor and keyboard, though, I just bought these ones that I read. He's a bit crusty overall. Overall, I think pretty good shape. I'm thinking the mouse. I just had everything in there that we wanted all actually threw it on your iPad, but it does it. I'm checking right now. I don't really know what to say about it. I'm being absolutely yes. There it is. Keyboard is pretty much the same. It's pretty nasty. Oh yeah, this is a Counter-Strike. I find it much fun. One of the sites keyboard is used to write and look how much real estate they gave in all the random classes. The free control wheel over here, which actually clicks in, I will add user, F-lock, email, messenger, SMS, webcam, rewind, fast forward, media, volume up and down, mute, play pause, stop, shopping, here it is. Look at this. The numlock has a three-button mouse icon. All of the F keys have like random stuff that they do. That's pretty common on keyboards, but like this stuff is just weird. Like, there's a whole shortcut just for send. And you know it was an office keyboard. It's also got printing for those back. And I need this the go button is. I really want to test out all of the miscellaneous buttons and so now we'll just test all the standard. The quick. The quick round fox jumps over the lazy dog. Everything except the print screen, numlocks, and that key. Not sure? What do you mean not sure? You're the keyboard checker. I'm pretty sure that that's supposed to be the Windows font. It's not doing anything, but maybe the browser is just not letting it read it. Print screen works though because you can do this. And numlock works because you can see the light. Volume up, down, full, media. Okay, so the guy. Oh, it actually wants to open a media player. Okay, we'll save the rest of these later. I don't want to know what the scroll wheel does. Okay, this thing is actually like shockingly tight. It's only a 15-inch monitor. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. We've been together since a little baby boy. Our relationship is perfect. That is this one on eBay. I would have to send it back. It's already he's pretty cool. He's the ringmaster, and I think that's pretty nice. Can't work with him. He makes tons of adventures. Although the fun will never end. Then he goes to school. Counter-Strike. He doesn't even need to use. Why is this? He sits down on that to test setting. He gets all the questions right because he knows the best. And then by the because I'm he thinks I have we go home from school and also my professions. And we play Minecraft for 20 years. And we were captured and then we go to bed. So these things kind of suck. They open up like this. I don't bet my because I trust me. I feel actually I feel something I've never felt. What the heck? I'm struggling to find a speck of dust. I don't even see him. This is clearly now. I don't say he looks away. So my theory was earlier that we could not fully stand up what is here.
probably entirely. Oh yeah, this is the cooling duct thing that I lost that cooling duct on the Xbox computer after. Because it hinges my what? Honestly, I want to. This is you. I know I work with hard I always hated that name for a hard drive. This is not a hard drive. It's 250. I don't know, man. This is boomer There is a mysterious little graphics card. I'll also save that one right here. You know what? I will take that. I was on literally nothing. I will take that. Windows XP. The last time I got Windows XP, I think we'll have a better time today on our beefy computer. Long time read here, but if I don't, it figures that there's already a copy of this considering this key right here that says P9TCWK4M3MJ9RJ2K6EKMB. It's a Windows XP key. It's really only a fresh copy of Windows XP without comparing salad with press L. There's a reading key. That's really and there we go. 37 minutes. There's a reason we don't like that. I'd actually compare this drive right here to one against it. Look, this is pretty simple, but I'll take it. Now that I've tried to use this before, this can probably get over my heart here. Oh, you're gonna clean the mouse for me? Somebody bashing their mouth in the corner of their
Nothing that thought you will lose all determination. Stuck in my punishment donation. Paris, all the dead and gone and buried, all dance in the streets of Mary, all break the
Okay.
better get out of here.